you love creating stick animations? What if I told you you could make money from it? There are many ways to monetize your animations. You can offer freelance services on platforms like Fiverr.
So we're going to start by creating a script using Chatgpt. So you probably already know what you want to talk about in your video. Just simply come to Chatgpt and ask it to create a simple script for you. But if you want to go on to create the script by yourself, you can, go on to do that. So using Chatgpt is just to help you have better clarity on the different scenes, right? So I came here and I asked Chatgpt to help me create a short script about how to make money with stick animations, right? So if you check the script, you'd see that I said similar scripts, right? And that was because I had used Chatgpt to also create a script for a video I did on how to create whiteboard animations, right? So whiteboard animation is a bit different from stick animations, although you can also use stick figures to create whiteboard animations. But if you're interested in learning how to create whiteboard animations from stick figures or from any other kind of image, you can check the video in the description of this video, right? So let's say you've done your script with Chatgpt. The next thing we're going to be doing is to create the voiceover that we're going to be using in animation or in our video using this tool called Elevenlabs, right? So Elevenlabs.io is the name of this tool. So you simply go to Google and search it out and create your account. It's very simple to create, right? Once you're done creating your account, it's going to likely bring you to a place like this and ask you to enter your text. So you're going to be, creating the text and then it's generated into a voice. So of course, you can also use your own voice if that's better for you. You can use your own voice or you can use this AI generated voices. So I'm simply going to go back to ChatGPT and I'll start to copy the narrations. All right. The first narration for the first scene says, do you love creating stick animations? What if I told you you could make money, blah, 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 and all that. So I'm going to go through the quick process of copying this text inside of Elevenlabs, and I'll come back and show you the next technique. So this is basically what you need to do, right? So just copy your narration and paste it inside of Elevenlabs. So after entering your text into Elevenlabs, the next thing you want to do now is to generate the voice, right? So come to these settings right here, and you're going to be seeing that you have different voices. So you can go on to select which of the voices is going to be, more suitable for what you're trying to explain with your stick animations, right? So let's say I want to select this one right here. I can actually go on to preview it.
Oh, might not get there.
So let's say we are okay with that. I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to go on to click on generate speech, and then it's to generate a speech for us.
What if I told you? There are many ways to monetize your network.
Okay, great. So now that it's done generating our voice, the next thing I'm going to do is to click on the download button right here and then download it to our device. So after it's finished downloading, next thing I want to do is to come into Canva, and we're going to be starting design right here. So if you don't have a Canva account, of course, getting a Canva account is very easy. You can either use a free Canva account or a pro Canva account. But then if you want to really get the best of Canva, like I always say, it's better you just go for the pro version, and it's really not expensive, right? So like the monthly plan I use is actually for 2,800 naira, Nigerian naira. So if you convert that into dollars, it's really not very expensive. So now to create a video, we're going to be going to create a new design, and then we can go to video or any dimension that we want to use that aligns with the platform that we want to post this video on. So let's say I'm creating a faceless YouTube video and I want to be, putting this up on YouTube. I can go on to click on YouTube video, or if I want to use this for an ad, right? Say for instance, I'm creating this concept to use as a video creative in an ad. I can, if it's a Facebook ad, I can go on to select that accordingly, right? But let's say I want to do this for a video. I'm going to click on YouTube video, and then we're going to go on to, first of all, import that voice inside of this Canva page right here, right? So I'm going to come to uploads, and I'll go to upload file, and then simply click on the audio file that I have just uploaded from Elevenlabs, and upload it inside of Canva. So once it's uploaded, I'm going to click on it and drag it into the timeline right here. And then the next I'm going to do, if you notice, you'll see that the first page is not covering the entire stretch of, the audio. So I'm going to simply click on the page and I'm going to drag it all the way. All right. Drag it all the way until it finishes the entire stretch of the audio, right? So that's exactly what you're going to do. So let's say this is where our audio stops. So after importing and ensuring that the page and the audio are at the same length, I'm going to start playing the audio. And what I want to do now is to ensure that I split the page to particular points in the audio where I want to create the graphics for, right? And to split it, I'm going to simply click on S on my laptop, right? Not Control S, but just S, right? And you want to also ensure that your page is highlighted, right? So click on the page and highlight it. So let it be highlighted. Let the border be highlighted in blue like this, right? And I'm going to start playing the audio right now. So now you can notice that the audio plays where we have, do you love creating sticky animations? Then I click on S to split the page, right? So this page now is what is going to be carrying the sticky image or the stick image that is going to represent that part of the audio. Do you love creating stick animations, right? So that's what I'm going to do until I get each part of, the audio, right? So let's continue.
Love creating stick animations. What if I told you to make money from it? There are many ways to monetize your animations. Offer services on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork.
All right, so after you have splitted the page to align with the audio, the next thing I'm going to do now is to go to the Elements tab of Canva, and we're now going to start creating the stick images, right? So I'm simply going to come to the search tab and then I'll search for stick figures, right? Click on enter and you're going to be seeing different stick figures. And we're going to be using the graphic stick figure styles, right? Not image or photos or audio, right? So I'm going to click on graphics and then it's going to be giving us more graphic styles of stick animations or stick figures rather. I keep saying stick animations. So these stick animations are performing different actions, right? So we're going to be picking them to perform, different actions in alliance or in alignment with the different part of our audio, right? So, but we want to be able to get better and higher quality stick animations. So there is this creator that we're going to be using. I'm going to simply type his name alongside, this stick figure. So I'm going to type in stick figures and alongside his name. So his name is at Zidenesisak, right? So sorry, I'm not pronouncing it very well, but I think I'm going to be leaving it in the description so that you can also check it out, right? So this guy's products or his stick animations are, of high quality and they are more consistent, right? So that's what we're going to be creating with his own images. So what we're going to do is to click on any of the figures and then we're going to go to this place that says view more by Zidenesisak, right? So we're going to click on it so that we will get all the figures or all the images from this particular creator. So I'm going to click on graphics so that we get all of them in graphics style, right? So we're going to be using this search tab now to start getting, all the different scenes that we actually want for the different parts of our video. So if I play the first part, so I'm going to come back to click on the first page of our video, right? And then I'm going to play it. So it says, do you love creating sticky animations? So I'm going to come to this search here and I'll search for a stick figure with a keyword that is going to be consistent with, this very first part that says, do you love creating stick animations? So I can say something else like thinking. So let's say this one is going to represent our first scene, right? So do you love creating stick animations? Then the second part, let's go on. So the second part says, what if I told you you could make money from it? So I'm going to go on to the search bar and I'm going to type in something like make money, right? And then we can use something like this. All right. Then the next part, let's click on the next part and hear the audio. All right, so this one says there are many ways to monetize your stick animations. So I'm going to start for something like more ways to make money. So this is where your creativity comes in, right? So just use your creativity to do something great here, right? All right, so let's say we want to use this one. I'm going to click on it and then just ensure that you're stretching it to your page so that it at least covers the page to some extent. Then let's go on to the next part.
Offer services on platforms like Fiverr.
All right, so this same part is saying something like you can offer freelance service on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. So this part actually has more than one concept, right? So it's saying you can offer freelance service. I can actually go on to split it as well, and I can remove this animation and I'll come back here and I'll type in something like freelance service, right? All right. So I think this would do for saying something like you can offer freelance service on Fiverr and Upwork. So another thing you can also do is to go on to add sound. So you can also come to Elements and search for sound, or you can say music and enter, and then you're going to be getting different music. So just ensure that the music you're going to be using is not does not have copyright infringement on it, and then you can just drag it here and ensure that it's starting from the start of your video and all that. So how do you make money from it? There are different ways. You can either start a faceless YouTube channel, offer this as a freelance service for other businesses online, or even use it to create video content for your business as well, right? So if you don't know how to use Canva perfectly for editing, you can actually create the sticky figures inside of Canva and then take your images, download them to CapCut, and you can even use your own voice to finish, instead of using maybe Elevenlabs, or you can download the voice from Elevenlabs and then import it into CapCut and finish the editing from there. And inside of CapCut, you can use different transitions and different elements to make your video perfect, right? So this is where we draw the curtain. I hope that you've gained value. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with people whom you believe would also benefit from watching and getting this value that you've gotten as well. And if you're yet to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button so that you won't miss out when we post similar videos just like this one. And thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.